Greetings to Sir Fazli and fellow friends. So today, we would like to present our progress report. The title of the final project selected by our group is Space Myths and Shattering Its Illusions, the Ins and Outs of the Unknown. So before presenting this progress report, I will first introduce our group members, which are Wei Jing, Maryam, Michelle, James, and me, Teresa. So the content of this progress report will be divided into 7 topics, which include the work plan, weekly meeting with evidence, brief recap of milestones, change and justifications, upcoming tasks, production workflow, challenge phase, and reflection. So in this slide, I will explain the work plan of the project. Week 1 to 4 is the discussion and narrowing down of topics and ideas. During week 5, we have seek consultation regarding the project themes and ideas, and during the next week, we have conduct proposal presentation. During week 7, we conduct research of study of topics. During week 8, we gather and brainstorm from studies. By week 9 and 10, we plan the flow and distribute the tasks among all the group members. During week 11 to 14, we prepare the videos by conduct recording, edit, and compiling all the contents, and conduct post-production review, as well as discussion before the submission and distribution of video by week 14. Next, I would like to talk about the weekly activities and the outcomes throughout the first to fourth week. The first discussion has been conducted by the second week, since all of us are still busy with course registration and group formation during the first week. The outcome of the first discussion has bring us with some ideas for the themes, which are the space and galaxies, gaming and awareness campaign, and cryogenic freezing. However, after the meeting, we have conduct voting session to select the themes we prefer to narrow down. The theme of space and galaxies has been selected with a total of 4 votes among all the group members. During the second meeting, we discussed about the goals we want to achieve during this project. We have come to an agreement where we want to let the audience differentiate between the space myths in the fantasy and in reality, and we want to let the audience to gain more knowledge regarding specific theories such as space-time, relativity, and other related theories. After that, we narrow down the theme by suggesting the titles for the project. The titles have then undergone a voting session among all the members, and we decide to proceed with the title Hollywood versus Reality. We have planned some of the formats preferred for the project presentation, such as presentation and podcasts, and we have reviewed some presentation styles of different YouTubers. However, we have no exact idea with the decision of presentation styles during this week. Hence, we decide to review through different styles over different platforms before we come to a final decision. During the third meeting, we discussed about the content flow of the videos and several concept details. First, we decide to make the audience curious by pointing out some questions and wonders. Then, we will present the truth of the mysteries. While the concept details discussed include the subtopics to be included in the video and human colonization plan to the Mars and the Moon, from the real-life plan, consequence, and the difference in the Hollywood scenes, as well as real life. However, all of us have yet not much information gathered regarding this topic, and we decided to search more information about the space colonization to be discussed in the next meeting. So during the discussion from week 1 to week 4, we have obtained 3 main outcomes, which are the theme decision and narrowing down the theme to select topic, content flow planning with several basic concepts of event, and determination of goals for the project. So next, I will pass on to Michelle to talk about the meeting highlights for the week afterwards.
Thank you very much, Teresa. Good afternoon to Mr. Fazli. My name is Mitchell, and I'll be taking over for now. I will continue our presentation with the progress from week 5 and onwards. On week 5, we had our first consultation for the project where we presented the ideas for our project, and through the consultation, jotted down key points and any advice that was given to assist us in our project planning and preparation. In the 6th week, we pitched the proposal of our project through a presentation to Mr. Fazli, prepared by all the members of the group. During this period, we had undergone some miscellaneous meetings to further prepare us for the presentation. In the very same week, we have also started the main preparations for our project, searching for more surface-level details and information regarding our topic on the myths as well as scientific facts. It is also noted that on the 6th week, we spent the most time due to unfamiliar time congestions. In the 7th week, we held a meeting to further discuss our project, mainly by studying scenes from movies that we found and shared with each other, as well as additional information regarding the project for comparisons of scenes. This is one of our recordings from the meeting from week 5.
Entertainment kind of like video, or do you plan to go heavy on the info? So what is your focus? And then you make sure everything blends in well. For example, Planetarium Negara, when you go to Planetarium Negara, make sure you can relate back to the movies or to the discussion of those space concepts used in the Hollywood industry. Okay, so is that clear?
All right, thank you very much. Yes, very clear.
Okay,
so yes, actually, we tend to focus more on doing comparison between what is happening in the Hollywood or fantasy and between the real life. And so from each of these, let's say actually there is two part for our there's two main part for our video. One, we talk about what's happening.
That was the part where we took advice from Mr. Fazli and implemented it into our project. The next slide shows the meeting evidence from week 6, where we had our discussion, where we had our proposal presentation. For that, let me introduce our group and the group members. So first of all, my name is Mitchell, and accompanying me is Maryam, James, Wei Jing, and of course Teresa. So
we do have sub-goals for our project. One of these sub-goals is to upraise the interest of the audience in the topic of space and exploration.
Video anytime, anywhere, and on any device, because the content is available on the platform 24/7. It is also flexible for us because we can edit and record the video anytime we feel suitable.
I'm going to go with Mitch's phone, which is the latest Samsung Galaxy S21. So with this state-of-the-art technology,
We'll spend more time in this week, which is about 20 hours, since we need to collect clear information to ensure accuracy.
that was our video evidence. Following on, we have week 8 for our project development. But before that, let me reveal our outcome from the week, which is first off, clearer vision of our project goals and values, having better direction of the video contents and sources, our ability to improve upon the original idea and further enhance each core aspect of the proposed video project, and lastly, have better understanding of the project audience and expectations. Week 8, we have gathered each other's gathered information and findings and put them into categories, brainstorming for additional information as well as preparations for our current progress report. In week 9, we added whatever information that we compiled and started the planning for the flow of the project as well as the outline for the video. The distribution of tasks was also done for each member of the group to prepare for individual parts. On week 10, we discussed the individual software that each person would need, as well as started the shooting of whatever minor parts and roles of the mentioned video. Next slide would be shown on screen as the meeting notes as evidence that we have taken and prepared during each week. First, we have the task distribution for the development, and the week 9 we have final project planning, where we had video sharing and evidence as well. Next from the outcomes of the given weeks, we have more in-depth planning for the project. Main preparations for the project have successfully begun, and each member has begun to fully familiarize with each other of the work and individual responsibility for the project. We have week 11, where we have started to prepare slides, clips, and scripts that would be used for the shooting of the video during our own given time and onwards, following the storyboard as well as the plans that were set beforehand. On the 12th week of started work, we would have hoped to start on whatever editing that could be done, compiling videos into finalized style and sequences. It should be noted that the video is a draft that emphasizes on the flow of the video first. The video will need to be further improved upon seeking further advice from lecturers as well as teammates. On the 13th week, we can hope to have started the final week of our editing phase and have finished the compiling and editing of the video and all its individual parts by the end of the working week. The recommendations from lecturers and friends regarding the method of improvement of the video will be further improved during the project management. The reviewing of video content and video footage, as well as slides, are double confirmed to ensure the content is tallied with the presenters in the video. And whatever improvements are needed shall be done during the time period as well. Included evidence is an example script and storyboard that was prepared by one of our fellow members. On the 14th week, for the outcome of the week, we have the coping with the heavy and unpredictable schedules and workloads, identifying of mistakes and errors that were recently found in research and practice, as well as the continuous improvements and need to consult for further advice from lecturer. And finally, on the 14th week, we should have finished and successfully distributed and shared whatever we have done and completely publicized our video to the public. That is all from me. Next, I would like to pass the time to Maryam to continue her part. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mitch. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I bid to Sir Fazli and my fellow group mates. I am Maryam binti Zulkarnain, and I'll be sharing a brief recap of the milestones and the achievement that we have achieved throughout the project. In the first 4 weeks, we managed to form a group of 5, which consists of members from different faculties. We also succeeded in finalizing a theme for our final project, which is outer space. We then prepared and completed the project proposal. Next. Okay, from week 5 to week 8, we had our first consultation meeting regarding the project proposal and also had the proposal presentation. After getting the approval for our proposal, we started researching and compiling information from various sources on the internet regarding our topic. From week 9 to week 12, we completed the outline and the production workflow and also the storyboard of the video that we could all refer to when preparing for the final project. We also finalized the contents of the video by choosing the most interesting and intriguing topics that we can discuss. We then had our second consultation regarding our progress report. Moving on. Throughout the project preparation, there was one major change that had to be done due to unavoidable circumstances. In our initial plan, we wanted to go to Planetarium Negara to use their setting as our video backdrop. However, the COVID restrictions and the detection of a new COVID variant had deterred us from carrying out our original plan. So we decided to use virtual backgrounds instead. It turned out to be more convenient because we could record our video anywhere we wanted and we didn't need to travel. We could then focus more on enhancing our final video. It is also budget friendly because we didn't have to spend on transportation. Next, here we have laid out our plans and tasks for the upcoming weeks. First of all, We are going to proceed with the video editing process to create the final cut for the project. During this process, we will compile the video recordings from each member and piece them together using video editing software. We will also review all of the contents to make sure everything is smooth and organized so that our message could be conveyed successfully. We will then select a suitable date and time for uploading our video. In our previous meetings, we did some research to find the best time to publish on YouTube. We found out that YouTube engagement works differently on different days. Therefore, we will select the ideal posting date depending on our target audience. Finally, we will move on to the last stage of the project, which is promoting the video. One of the requirements of this project is to get at least 30 views and 10 comments. So to get as many audiences as possible, we will share and promote our video on various social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook. Here on the slide is a draft of our project poster that we will be sharing across the platforms. In the poster, we will put a brief summary of the project along with a QR code that will direct our audience to the YouTube video. We will also share the YouTube link with the poster in order to make it easier for everyone to access the video. And that's all from me. I'll pass the next part of the presentation to James. Thank you.
Thanks, Maryam. Hi, I'm James, and I'm very excited to walk you through our production processes and a quick sneak peek of the whole structure of our coming video. Let's get started with our production workflow. Now, as you can see here, we divided our whole production processes into 4 phases. Next slide, please. Yeah, they are pre-production, during production, post-production, and distribution. Now, we're currently still in the pre-production phase. So to start it off, I will give details about what we have done so far and plan to do for the pre-production phase. To begin with, we had brainstormed and conceptualized our ideas when we created the proposal outline for our project a few weeks ago. Once we consolidate our ideas, we were assigned to research and find educational and engaging contents for our video. After that, we gathered all of the stuff that we had found and started planning a storyboard and writing the scripts. To this day, we have completed the general storyboard for our video. Unfortunately, we're still in the middle of creating the scripts. We hope we can make it in time and create an exciting video that everyone can enjoy. Now, I will brush through the general flow for the rest of the phases in sequential orders. Previous slide. Previous slide. Again. Yeah. Before. Yeah, the production workflow slide. Thank you. Yeah. Before any filming and recordings are made, we'll set up the required equipment, which includes the camera, microphone, and suitable lightings. We will also ensure that our background is clear for green screening purposes so that the editor can replace it with virtual studio set. After getting all the footage, we will review them and select suitable ones for the final video. We will also compare it to our conceived idea and identify the missing shot before proceeds to digital editing. Now, the general flow for digital editing would be trimming, arranging the clips, adding visual effects, animations, and sound effects. Lastly, for the finishing touch, we will design a catchy thumbnail to attract people to click on our video. After finalizing the video, we will upload and store it on a third-party website so everyone can enjoy it for free. We have all agreed to upload to YouTube since it is a video platform with the largest online community, and a lot of Malaysians were already using it. But before we do that, we will review analytics from YouTube and study the trends so we can use that information to determine the best date and time to upload. Finally, we will use various strategies to promote our video to get even more views, likes, and comments. Next up, let's have a quick sneak peek of our latest storyboard, sketches that we created after we did the proposal. Now, as you can see here, the video will start off with a cold opening, and after that, we will play the animated intro and the intro monologue. This will be the front part of our video, and it will take around 2 minutes. Now the next row of this storyboard is the part where we'll be spending the most time on. We'll begin this session by reacting to the clips that we are about to give comments on, and then the video will play the title sequence for the corresponding myth that we're going to talk about. After that, we will try to explain and debunk the myth that appears in the clips. Now this row of the storyboard will look from 8 to 10 times, depending on how many myths that we're going to present. We will also slip in some exciting space facts to gain extra time. Now all of this will range from 16 to a maximum of 20 minutes. Finally, we will do a quick recap, closing monologue, run the animated outro, and play the credits to finish it off. I think that's all from me. I'll hand it over to Wei Jing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon to Sir Fazli and my friends. I'm Wei Jing. Now I'd like to talk about the challenges faced during the preparation of our project and the solutions. Firstly, failure in identifying the project goals and failure to do things according to the project goals. Clarity is one of the most important requirements for the successful completion of the project. During the preparation, we failed to identify our main goal and sub-goals. As a result, the materials prepared were not suitable and not strongly related to the goals. This may cause our video to fail in reaching the objectives planned. In consequence, once we created the goals for our project, we made the goals obvious to each member by documenting and emphasizing it in every meeting. This ensures us to keep our project goals in mind and therefore ensures us to stay on the right track during the project preparation. Secondly, the inadequate skill of the team members was one of the challenges faced during our progress of the project. Tools such as Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects are needed to edit and add interesting effects to our project video. Since most of the members are not capable of using the video editing tools, thus, our team leader will be assisting in video editing. We redistributed the task to avoid our team leader from role overload. I'm sorry, the previous slide. Hence, our team leader will be focusing on the video editing while the team members will be preparing the materials needed for the project, such as making the PowerPoint slides. Next. Thirdly, the inconsistent styling of our project video. In order to solve this problem, we constructed mind maps or flowchart during the weekly meeting. By conducting the flowcharts, we will have a clearer vision in determining the style as well as the flow of our project video. Thus, we were able to choose the most effective style and flow to deliver the information to the audience. This also helps us to overcome the barriers during our progress. Lastly, we found out that we do not have enough preparation time for our project video. This was because the topics and facts we planned to deliver to the audience were too many and profound. Therefore, we need a lot of time to gather and summarize the information. Apart from that, we are required to prepare and design the infographics to make our presentation interesting, but it is very time-consuming. So, we estimated the time needed for the whole project before we start our progress. All the assumptions of circumstances were listed, and we came up with the solution to deal with the circumstances in our weekly meeting. We also cut off the topics that were too profound and less important to be present in our video. This helps to increase the consistency and accuracy of our progress, thus reducing the risk of unexpected events and saving the time of each member during the preparation of the project as well as the progress report. Each of us also constructed a timetable to note down the tasks and timelines to prevent procrastination. Next slide. Before we end our progress report presentation, I would like to share about the reflection throughout our progress. In this project, positive relationships form between each member during the collaboration. This allows us to learn how to work better in groups by providing our own input, listening to others, and resolving the problems that arise. During the preparation of our project, our problem-solving skills were enhanced as we learn how to solve the problems more effectively by learning from failure and making adjustments to our plan. In addition, we also improve our critical thinking throughout the preparation of the project. We learn to look at the problems with a critical thinking lens, asking questions and coming up with suitable solutions for our project. We may now be able to manage projects and assignments more efficiently as we keep gaining the experience from this project. Throughout the process, we learn to voice out and give our feedbacks or opinion during each meeting and thus boosting our self-confidence. Finally, by looking up the information related to the topic of our project, we gain new knowledge which we barely knew anything about. That's all from our group. Thank you, Sir Fazli, for listening.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. You did a great job at presenting the progress report. Don't forget to upload the slides and the evidences as well as the link to this recording. Yeah. All right, that's all for today. Thank you so much. See you again. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you, Sir Fazli. Have a nice
Have a
day.
nice day, sir.
Thank you,
Miss
Sir
Fazli.
Fazli. Nice day.
Nice day.